Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and hello from my bathroom. We are here for a good reason. I just washed my hair and got ready and I figured why not to show you guys how I cut and style my bangs, my kind of like curtain fringe. I've seen a lot of people trying to cut their hair lately on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Maybe I can share some tips with you guys because I have been doing this for a while. I don't always go to the salon. I very often just trim my hair by myself, so I kind of like know what I'm doing already. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you do something differently and if you think I am wrong. First thing I did is brush my hair, and yes, I know this looks crazy. I separated my bangs. Now I already have them, so I know exactly which hair I need to take out. For you guys that are doing this for the first time, so if you don't have any fringe, what you can do if you have, for example, like a layered hairstyle, you can look and search for those like front bits that are kind of like framing your face. Usually the hairstylist would leave like some shorter pieces up to here or up to here, so you can take those out first and like start with them. But what you should look for is kind of like this triangular shape from like the midsection of your head downwards. So I don't know if you can see how I'm tracing. If you move this hair, let's see if you can see like this. So yeah, you see if I grab my hair like this, there's kind of like a triangular shape going on right here. So that's what you should look for. The deeper you go here to the center of your head, the thicker your bangs are going to be. I would suggest, if you're doing this for the first time and if you don't have a fringe already, to start like lighter, so maybe not as thick as mine. So let's just do like this. If I remove this part, this is also quite thick, so I don't know, like just, yeah, maybe something like this. I don't know, maybe this is a little bit like thinner, yeah. But I actually like a thicker bangs on myself, plus I have a lot of hair, so for me this is like a perfect thickness. I need to move them on the side because otherwise I don't really see what I'm showing you guys. So the tools that I use are these. So I actually have a professional pair of shears, and I have a pair of these like thinning shears as well. These are optional, you don't really need them. If you learn like a good technique of like cutting your bangs, you don't really need thinning shears. But since my bangs are quite thick, as I showed you guys, I actually like using these to give it like nice feathery edge, so I don't have any like blunt edges. And then you need like some sort of a comb, something that would help you like separate your hair and then brush through it and just kind of like guide you through the cutting process. In my opinion, the cutting will definitely be affected by the way you plan to wear your fringe. So since I'm always wearing like a center part, I just kind of like center them like this. I always do that before I start cutting, so I kind of like know what I'm working with, and I can have like two even sides. So what I have here is this kind of like angled edge. So this is pretty much the shape you want to achieve. So you want to have this like angular shape. So that's how you get that like nice curtain-like appearance. Now all you do is brush your hair, hold it tight with your fingers like this, and you start cutting from the bottom like so. You don't want to cut like this, straight like this, even though you can, but like if you are a beginner especially, you don't want to do that because you might just cut way too much hair and then you're screwed. So what I do is like I cut a little bit, then I let it go and I see how it looks. I personally like to cut my hair while it's damp or absolutely wet, but right now from all the talking, my hair got dry and I'm just going to go on and basically like talk to you guys as I do it. This side is definitely thicker, and I feel like I probably haven't let all of my hair down from this side, which might have happened. Yeah, there are some bits here. why I think it's better to cut your hair while it's wet is because if you have a wavy hair especially, it's going to be really hard to understand what are you doing as your hair starts to become wavy. So if you have like wavy or curly hair, definitely always cut your hair while it's wet because it's going to be so much easier. Or you can straighten your hair and then cut it. Now I'm going to style them, show you how I do that, and then we're going to do final touches with my thinning shears, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of the hair, film that for my IGTV, and go on with my day. I just remembered a couple of pointers that I actually didn't explain because I was too focused on trimming my bangs. So the first thing that I noticed that people do very often when they try to cut their hair, especially their bangs, is basically pulling hard, which is what you should do so you straighten the hair, but then using that as a guide where the bangs should sit. And then the most common issue that happens is when you let go your fingers, your hair naturally goes higher up, but basically your hair is not standing like that on your head. So when you let it go, your hair naturally bounces back, and that's how you end up with this situation, which is actually not bad. It's kind of cute, but you know what I mean, like when you get those like super short bangs. It all depends also on how do you plan to style your hair. So when you're cutting your bangs, it's crucial to know which style you like when it's done. So how do you want your hair to look when it's done, and then you have to kind of like analyze, take a picture of someone who has the style that you like. I'm kind of getting warm. So yeah, take a picture of someone who has bangs that you like. Not take their picture, just grab a picture from the internet. So if you let's say wear your hair very straight and you straighten it often, or it is naturally straight, you can go for like shorter bangs or well, pretty much any style besides like the super long ones. I think those, like the ones that hit you up here, I think those look really weird when you have straight hair because they just like stand there oddly. For kind of like a wavy hairstyle that a lot of girls wear, like that like beachy look, I would go for like longer bangs, something even longer than this, because these, they have to be styled with a brush and a blow dryer. As I just mentioned, bulletproof way of styling your bangs and never having that like weird situation is by blow drying them with a round brush. Again, depending on the length of your bangs, you can use different sizes of your brush. So for something like this, I use, well, this is kind of like a medium-sized brush. When it comes to blow dryers, I know there are so many fancy, expensive blow dryers out there on the market. In my opinion, the old school, like professional salon blow dryers are still the best way to style your hair. It is a bit hard if you have long hair because your arms start to hurt. But for like smaller bits around your face, definitely try practicing your brush and blow dryer technique. What I do now is I basically part my hair where I want it to part, and then what I do is I take the brush, but this time I grab my hair from the other way around, and you will see like the air when it blows, it's going to pick up all these other little hairs, and I get myself like a nice blowout on the other way around. So you see, even when I went with my brush like that, it kind of like feathered out my bangs outwards, which is what I like. I'm pretty happy with the result. And now I'm just going to do little corrections. I noticed that this side over here is a little bit longer in certain areas, and I'm just taking my scissors, doing the same thing as I did before. I'm pretty happy with this result, and now I'm just going to smooth out the edges even more by using my thinning shears. So the way I use my thinning shears is very simple. I just take my hair and I go somewhere like around the bottom third, and I do a couple of moves like this. It looks scary, but these are not like regular scissors, so they're not gonna cut off your hair. They're just going to smooth out some edges. What I like to do is also tilt my head a little bit and then kind of see if the edge is like smooth and regular. Same on this side. It looks pretty good to me. Honestly, I'm not going to spend any more time on this than I already did for the video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this was kind of like useful, and maybe I don't know, maybe gave you some courage to try and give yourself a new look if you want to. Now I'm probably going to do some work on my computer and wait for the rest of my hair to air dry so I can style it and show you that as well. I'm